This is a must-watch. Joy Reid details just some of the racial discrimination that has gone on at the Tennessee State House, and Justin Pearson vows to keep fighting.
I have this piece in front of me from Politico, and it isn't from 1973. It's literally from this year, from April, that talks about former members of that body, Cade Cothran, saying black people are idiots. He later has apologized for that, is actually now facing some federal charges of bribery and other things. Another member referring to wetbacks when telling a story about the border. On other occasions, joking about people in the body, in the Republican body, Republicans publicly cracking jokes about black people eating fried chicken. And then there was this one. A former Republican legislative staff member told this reporter, whose name is Natalie Allison, that in 2020, a member of the House Republican leadership in a text message referred to your colleague, Justin Jones, then an activist who was trying to take down the Nathan Bedford Forrest statue and advocate just as you were an activist as well, referred to himself and another black lawmaker as baboons. That's the atmosphere that you work in. You also have had that same Republican leadership threaten to punish the city of Memphis, the great city of Memphis, for returning you to your office. How do you work with people like that? And do you expect your city to actually be financially punished, Haiti style, for daring to stand up for their elected representative?
The state capitol, run by the Republican majority, is a toxic work environment. I will be the first to admit that. It is undergirded by white supremacy and patriarchy. It has for too long operated as a place of injustice and disservice to the people of the state of Tennessee. Those are the things that undergird the foundations of the institution. But something that's really important for all of us to know who are in the movement for justice is that institutions do not in and of themselves build or develop moral courage. In fact, there may be a good few folks inside, but it's the people outside of institutions who externally push for it to be better, who demand accountability at the voting booth, but also every time that the session opens, and who says, I'm going to check every bill and I'm going to make sure that I raise my voice for each piece of legislation that helped to transform the people and the institution itself to be a more democratic place. And that is the hope that I have, even for working in an institution like this. But the truth of those comments, or the truth of other comments, are real. And it is a difficult and a challenging place for us to be, but it's not a place so challenging that we cannot be there and that we should not be there to fight for our constituents and for the people in District 86. And the reality is the threats and retaliation has happened before against Memphis and Millington and Shelby County, the district that we represent. And so it is a concern that we have. But again, we will be watching, we will be paying attention, and we will be holding this legislature accountable